Hello and what's up YouTube? In this video, I will show you how I rebuild the rear brake caliper of my Honda CRF250L. My bike is more than 10 years old and the rear brake feels sluggish. So I thought this is the right time to do a rebuild. This is the first time that the rear brake of the bike will be rebuilt, so join me and you may learn a few tricks. Let's get started. Remove the pad pin plug and the pad pin. With the pad pin removed, you can now pull out the two brake pads and the pad spring. Depress the brake pedal several times while the caliper is still in the bike. It will do two things. It will push the piston out of the caliper body and at the same time push the caliper body out of the caliper bracket. Remove the rear wheel. Depress the rear pedal more to completely remove the piston and drain the brake fluid. Separate the caliper from the caliper bracket. Removing the brake hose is optional, but I will do it anyway to do a thorough cleaning. Inspect the inside of the cylinder. It should be spotless clean. However, inside my 10-year-old caliper, I found solid debris and sludge inside. Any one of those dirt can make its way to the seal and cause several issues. Thoroughly clean all the parts, preferably with brake cleaner. I don't have a dedicated brake cleaner, so I just use WD-40 and contact cleaner afterwards. Inspect the piston, which usually will have some corrosion fittings on the exposed parts. Those fittings will not be a problem if they are not yet present on the areas touching the piston seals. I measure with the caliper and see if it is still within the specification. I clean the piston with Scotch-Brite and that removes most of the dark spots and grime buildup. I then go ahead and remove the old piston seal and dust seal for replacement. I soak new seals with brake fluid before installing them. Make sure the seals are seated properly. I coat the cylinder and the piston with brake fluid and slide the piston back to the caliper body. I apply liberal amounts of grease to the bracket pins and slide the caliper body back to the bracket. My brake pads are not yet due for replacement, so I go ahead and clean the brake pads with fine sandpaper. Again, use a dedicated brake cleaner if you have them. Otherwise, I use contact cleaner, which also works well. I put the rear brake and wheel back to the bike and bleed the brake system. You can see how I do that in my previous video, link in the description. Here I'm showing you how the pad spring is properly installed in the caliper body because I had some difficulty figuring it out the first time. Test the brake and make sure it is working fine and it is good to go. Thanks for watching and I hope this video helps. God bless you all.